viewers, and welcome back to my channel. I welcome you to a powerful and unapologetic conversation about the legacy of oppression and the importance of self-defense. Now, in this video, a brave sister shares her insights on how palm color supremacy has manipulated scripture to control Black people, teaching Black people to love their enemies while perpetuating hate and violence. Now, she challenges us to recognize the true enemy and stop relying on systems designed to harm us. From the police force's roots in slave catching to the dangers of calling them for help, she urges us to arm ourselves with knowledge, self-protection, and community. Now, with unflinching honesty, she exposes the tactics used to strip us of our right to hate, a natural response to injustice. It's time to reclaim our emotions, our agency, and our safety. So with that said, join me as we take a look into this critical discussion. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up by tapping on the like button, and feel free to be part of the conversation by sharing your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out her video. I will be right back.
Melanated dominant people, sons and daughters of my ancient mother. First of all, I want to say this, where I've been in hell. I have not watched the news since 9/11. And the great mother had me to watch the news. Not just the news, but more things. Digging in everything. I know you all haven't heard from me in a long time. Where I've been crazy, out of my mind. I always say you can't be real spiritual if you ain't walked through hell. So I've been in hell, to the point even my physical body was sick. So I don't want to just talk about I don't want to just talk about the shooting. I don't want to talk about I don't want to just talk about a Black woman call the police for help, right? And get murdered in a house. And I don't want to talk about the 4-year-old little boy, right? I can't. But what I can say, I want to say this, right? And it was the great mother in meditation asked me, why you don't hate? We have been taught not to hate by the most hateful people in the world, right? Because if we hate it, right? If we use that emotion, if we hate it, right? We wouldn't be marching. Because I'm not marching. I'm not holding up no banners. I'm not holding up no signs. Okay? When you want to ride around and get it, I heard a girl on TikTok say, when you want to ride around and get it, call me. When you say we need to meet up, call me. But the other thing that I wanted to say to all of us, stop calling the police. They're not there for you. Stop calling the police. Arm yourself. Okay? Arm yourself. Go to the gun range. Use that wonderful Second Amendment. Okay? Understand. Until we're able to understand who our enemy is, we cannot defend ourselves from our enemy. We can't call a slave catcher, because that's what police department started off. They were slave catchers. We never call them. Never. And I heard somebody else, if y'all, I'm not posting videos, but I'm sending y'all videos. I heard another young man say, in every room of your doggone house, you need to have a camera. I do. I tell everybody, when you come in here, you on camera. You on camera on my door. You on camera in my living room. You on camera upstairs. You on camera. Why? Because I understand who my enemy is. If you don't understand who your enemy is, and you calling your enemy for help, or when your enemy pull you over, you don't understand that. We need to accept that. And I really want, and I might be rambling, but I want you to get this. They took hate away from you. They told you hating was wrong. Why? Because if you had sense enough to hate, and I'm in meditation, and the reason that the great mother sent me through hell is because she was teaching me to hate. Feel how you want to feel. And what she said to me is, hate is an emotion that I gave to you to let you to know the most grievous thing has happened to you. hate lets you know who your enemy is, right? It's, for me, it's so in, when I read a book, and the author said that black people hate white people so much that they kill themselves. I'm gonna say it again. That black people hate white people so much they kill themselves. Why they kill themselves? Because you was taught not to hate white people. We don't know who our natural enemy is. Like, we so busy tiptoeing around. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate. It comes a time that you need to know who your natural enemy is and govern yourself accordingly. I know this is raw, but I felt like the great mother was like, this needs to be said. Like, how many times are we gonna see it? They are our natural enemy. I just learned today that there was a slave master, right? That used to make other slaves put shit in each other's mouth. Okay? You understand? Know who your natural enemy is. I don't care if there are 7 billion, okay, types of snakes. And out of 7 billion types of snakes, right? 6 billion of them will poison you.
Now, the sister's words are a piercing truth, laying bare the insidious tactics used to maintain systemic oppression. Her assertion that palm color supremacy has weaponized scripture to control black people is a stark reality. The notion of loving the enemy has been manipulated to pacify and disempower marginalized communities, preventing them from resisting oppression. Now, how to recognize the true enemy, the systems and institutions perpetuating racism, is a vital awakening. The police force's origins in slave catching and its continued role in perpetuating racial violence are undeniable. The advice to stop relying on these systems for help and instead arm oneself with knowledge, self-protection, and community is a necessary survival strategy. Now, the observation that our emotions, particularly hate, have been weaponized against us is profound. By demonizing hate, the oppressors have silenced our righteous anger, stifling resistance, and perpetuating submission. Now, her words are a testament to the urgent need for critical thinking, self-awareness, and collective empowerment. We must confront the harsh realities of systemic racism, reclaim our emotions, and assert our legacy, our urgency to dismantle the oppressive structures that have held us captive for far too long. Now, her message is not one of hate, but of liberation, a call to recognize our worth, assert our humanity, and fight for true freedom and equality. Now, the insidious manipulation of scripture to maintain oppression is a stark reality, particularly in Bible teachings. The emphasis on loving the enemy and turning the other cheek has been used to pacify and disempower black people, conditioning us to accept injustice and brutally without resistance. Now, this distorted interpretation of biblical teachings has been wielded as a tool of control, perpetuating the notion that our suffering is divinely ordained. Now, the message is clear. Endure oppression, forgive your oppressors, and await heavenly reward. Meanwhile, the true enemies of justice and equality, systemic racism, police brutality, and economic exploitation remain unchallenged. The focus on individual forgiveness obscures the need for collective action and systemic change. Now, this theological manipulation has neutralized resistance. By emphasizing non-resistance, black people have been discouraged from fighting for their rights. Legitimized oppression. Biblical teachings have been used to justify slavery, segregation, and ongoing discrimination. Internalized oppression. Black people have been taught to blame themselves for their circumstances rather than challenging the systems of oppression. It's time to reclaim our agency, reinterpret scripture through a lens of liberation, and recognize the Bible's teachings on justice, equality, and resistance. We must reject the distorted narratives that have protected our oppressors and embrace a theology that empowers us to fight our freedom and humanity. Now, the sister's warning against calling the police for help is a harsh reality that many marginalized communities have faced. Time and again, incidents have exposed the police's failure to provide aid, instead perpetrating harm and violence. From Eric Garner to Breonna Taylor, George Floyd to Sandra Bland, the list of victims is endless. Now, these tragedies demonstrate a systemic pattern of police brutality, racial profiling, and disregard for Black lives. Calling the police often escalates situations, leading to unnecessary arrests, excessive force, de-confrontations, racial profiling, and victim blaming. The police's role in maintaining systemic oppression has led to lack of trust, fear of reporting crimes, increased vulnerability, perpetrating of cycles of violence. Now, the sisters' advice to arm oneself with knowledge, self-protection, and community support is a necessary survival strategy. It's crucial to recognize that police are not always protectors. Community-led initiatives can provide safer alternatives. Self-defense and empowerment are essential. We must confront the harsh reality that police reform has failed to address systemic issues. It's time to reimagine public safety, prioritize community-led initiatives, and invest in transformative justice that truly serves and protects all people. We have finally come to the end of the video, but what do my viewers have to say? Share your thoughts as well in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video as I bring you another interesting video.